Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. In looking at the docket, as I do very frequently in preparing for this podcast, I noticed something very important seems to have quote unquote fallen through the cracks. It is the defense's seventh motion to compel discovery. You can find it on the docket. It was filed about 5, almost 6 weeks ago, because Monday is already April 14th. This was electronically filed on March 6th. And what it says here is, comes now Brian C. Kohberger by and through his attorneys of record, and hereby moves the court to order the state to comply with defendant's 22nd supplemental request for discovery filed January 28th, 2025. So what this is telling us is that there was a seventh motion to compel discovery, and this relates to outstanding discovery. This is evidence that the defense believes is in the custody or control of the state of Idaho that they asked for in this 22nd supplemental discovery request back on January 28th. And the defense is alleging that the state of Idaho is impermissibly withholding this discovery from the defense. Now, the state of Idaho has filed a response and they believe they've complied. But if we go on to page 2, we see here each of the requested items that are still outstanding are outlined in the attached seventh motion to compel, Exhibit A, filed under seal with the court. And this is what they've been doing, both sides, since the beginning of the case. Go back to January of 2023 and look forward and look at all of the supplemental requests for discovery that the defense filed. The first was filed in January of 2023, and they did the same thing there as they did with all of the rest of the supplemental requests for discovery. What they're asking for, the evidence that they believe is in the possession, custody, or control of the state that the defense is asking to prepare for their defense, is listed in a document under seal exhibit. The state did the very same thing when they responded to all of these 22 supplemental discovery requests. They also filed whatever it was that they were responding with, and presumably their objections, if any, in an exhibit under seal. So this has led to a great mystery in this case, because for the most part, even though a little bit of information has been allowed to trickle out in the past 6 weeks to 2 months, all of the discovery requests and responses are like this. The crux of what is being asked for and what has been responded with is in a document under seal. The next paragraph, page 2, caught my attention because it says here, counsel requests that this motion be set for hearing in order to present oral argument. That's what you saw, for example, in the in limine hearings. That was oral argument. That's where Ms. Taylor would get up. She would present her seventh motion to compel, give argument why she believes that Mr. Kohberger is entitled to this discovery, why she believes it was unlawfully withheld, any efforts to try to resolve the issue without a hearing, legal authority, and other related matters. The state would also then, as due process authorizes and requires, give their side of the story in a response, and then Judge Hippler would go ahead and make a ruling. But none of that's going to happen until the rest of this paragraph is complied with. It says here, counsel requests that this motion be set for hearing in order to present oral argument, evidence, and or testimony in support thereof. Requested time is 1 hour. So what Ms. Taylor, who signed this document, is saying is that there may be some live testimony, or there may be evidence in the form of a declaration or an affidavit. Now, I've looked at the docket. Nothing has changed. The next hearing that's scheduled to occur is April 16th. We've known for a while that's a closed, sealed hearing on the jury questionnaires. And then after that, May 15th, pretrial conference. So why this hearing has not yet been set, why the defense hasn't jumped up and down and asked about it, the trial is rapidly approaching. We're going to continue to monitor the docket if we see anything happening regarding the setting of this hearing on the seventh motion to compel discovery. Thanks for joining us here today.